Hello. So today I want to talk about the film You People. This was so it's streaming on Netflix, and I just finished watching it, and it surprised me. So I saw the preview a couple of weeks ago, but I was hesitant about watching it because I could tell it was that kind of movie that was about talking about how white people don't get black people and that kind of thing. And that's like a whole trope or something. And it's got that, hello, my name is Tamika, and whether you stumbled upon Junkie for a Story or are here by intention, thank you for stopping by. I hope you enjoy this video, and if you do, please give it a like and subscribe by the end of the video, and hit the bell for notifications so you won't miss new videos when they are released. And now, on to the video. Dear white people vibe about it, right? And some of those films are, funny, but sometimes I feel like lately the jokes are getting kind of stale and predictable and just corny, So I was like, do I really want to watch this film, Because, lately the jokes are getting old to me. They're not bringing anything new to that kind of comedy. So I'm just like, But this was co-written by Kenya Barris and Jonah Hill, who stars in it. And I guess I should have trusted Kenya. He is the creator and writer behind Blackish, and that also has that style of comedy, which is a hilarious sitcom. So yeah, I should have trusted that these two would be able to bring the right chemistry and comedy to the situation, but I just wasn't sure. It's like, we've seen this so many times, and they just usually do the lame jokes that I'm just like. So I decided to give it a try, and to my surprise, I was not disappointed. This film is hilarious, okay? I think the whole cast, which not everyone had the comedic skills, but they all worked well together, I would say. And no one was like trying too hard. But anyway, so you have Jonah Hill, who plays Ezra Cohen. He's a Jewish single man living in LA and has a job he hates like all 30-something people. And so he's kind of feeling a bit, how do I put it? Not apathetic, but just not excited about dating, So he's been having some issues with the ladies and, just going through it, right? And he also has this podcast with his best friend where they talk about culture, Black culture to be specific. And so that's his thing. And then he runs into Amira, I believe that's her name. Yes, Amira, played by Lauren London, right? And their meet cute is so funny. I'm not even gonna talk about their meet cute. I just want you to experience that on your own. But their meet cute is so hilarious. And so he bumps into her, and obviously she is Black, right? So he's Jewish, and she is a Black woman who was raised by Black Muslim parents. And they start dating, and then things get serious. And I like how that relationship played out. It didn't seem like insta love, but they managed to, without showing so much of the growth of the relationship, they managed to make the time seem realistic. Like, it didn't feel like, just in 2 days they fell in love. They went on, some dates, then they moved in together, and then he proposed, and then he introduced her to his family, and then he went to see her, to meet her parents. That's when things got a little tricky, okay? So there is where you have the Dear White People comedy, right? And so when the parents come together, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, she plays Shelley Cohen, Ezra's mom. And I think it's David Duchovny. He plays Ezra's father. And so the parents are very sheltered, I would say. They're very sheltered, and so they don't seem to have much experience with people outside of their community, if you know what I mean. So they have dinner with Amira and her parents, and that does not go over well. So I was watching an interview. Eddie Murphy was on Jimmy Kimmel, and he said that this is kind of like Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, but with an edge. And I would agree with that. It is a Guess Who's Coming to Dinner kind of film, but it is a little more edgy because, you have the Muslim family versus the Jewish family. And those historical tensions seem to come up in every encounter. I mean, they are bringing up slavery and the Holocaust and generational wealth and cotton picking and everything else, okay? So, yeah, these two families, they just clash every time they come together. And just like how you would expect in a romantic comedy, it goes as expected. The parents do kind of cause conflict with the two lovebirds, but, it's a rom-com. Okay, we know what's going to happen in the end. But, yeah, I actually enjoyed this film. And Eddie Murphy, I will say, being that his character was a Muslim, I wish he would have really went there. I feel like he held back. This is like a Disney version of a Muslim meets a Jew. It's not your Malcolm X kind of Muslim, if you get my drift, okay? It's just what, he could have went there. I don't know if that's like Netflix choice or whose decision it was, but I feel like he really could have went there, but he kind of held back just a little bit. But nonetheless, this film was hilarious. Nia Long, who, is not really known for her comedic skills, I thought she was funny in this. Lauren London, she was funny, and she had her moments. And obviously Jonah Hill, I'm calling him Ezra. That's his character's name, Ezra. But he was good in this as well. He played the typical awkward white guy. And the fact that they wrote this together. So I think I read in Hollywood Reporter. Was it? Yes, Hollywood Reporter. Kenya Barris and Jonah Hill wrote this together. And this was because Jonah Hill at the time was in an interracial relationship. Now, I don't know if that's the same situation today, but that's what they were saying in the interview, that he was in an interracial relationship. He didn't say what the race of, his girlfriend was, but that's what the situation was. And that inspired this film. And then Barris was talking about how he wanted to write a love letter to LA. And you definitely see that in the film. They show graffiti art, and you see at one point they showed graffiti that had Nipsey Hussle, the rapper who was murdered a couple of years back. And so you definitely see the love of LA in the film as well. And if you're someone who loves LA, you might appreciate that. I mean, I don't care one way or the other, but that was in there. And since he mentioned it, I'm mentioning it. But anyway, this film, I'm sorry, someone was at my door. I'm like, anyway, this film is worth your time. I had a good time. It was hilarious. And I would definitely recommend it. I'm just going to check my notes real quick. Oh, yeah, I did. Yes, I did want to mention Mike Epps made an appearance in this. Well, there was a couple of, Mike Epps made an appearance and he was hilarious as expected. He played Amira's uncle. And him and Eddie together, it was just ridiculous. And Eddie Murphy actually was playing the straight guy. Like Mike Epps was the one clowning. And their scene was, well, they were in a couple of scenes, but they were hilarious together. Even though Eddie Murphy really was just letting Mike Epps, get the laughs. But together, they were hilarious. And also, you had some Blackish alum in the film. There was Anthony Anderson who made an appearance. He played a barber. And then Dion something, I can't think of his name. I can't think of his name, but the comedian who also was in Blackish, he was in this film as well, being his usual self. So he was pretty funny as well. But anyway, that's all I got for you. I would definitely give this a watch. Again, it's on Netflix. And yeah, let me know if you are going to watch it, or if you're not going to watch it, let me know why. But anyway, if you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe if you choose. And yeah, tell me your thoughts on You People. It's, at least you don't have to, well, you know what, I started to say you don't have to pay for it, but I mean, obviously you got to have a Netflix subscription. But how much I'm consuming on Netflix, it's like pennies basically to watch. So I would say it's worth that. You know what I mean? It's worth your Netflix subscription. Okay. So give it a watch. Let me know what you think, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.